Hi everyone. How are you doing today? Thanks for joining us today. This is She Code Africa, a non-profit organization that is celebrating and empowering women in tech across Africa. Our mission is to build a community that empowers technical growth, networking, mentorship, and visibility among all level career roles in technology. And today we are going to be introducing to you the art platform. Have you ever wondered if you want to build an application and you just have to go straight into your coding? You don't have to think about the backend. You don't have to think about where to host your app or the database you want to use, the architecture you want to handle your users' data. So this art platform is going to be providing you this and many more. Are you wondering how this is possible? So we have today with me the art sign company team are going to be introducing themselves one after the other. I'll leave the floor now to Anthony. Hi, Anthony.
Hi, Amatilla.
Hi, thanks for joining us today.
It's a pleasure. Thanks so much for having us today, and good day to everyone joining us from the She Code Africa community. So as Omatola said, we have a team, as you can see here. We have folks from all around the world joining us. And so we are a remote company as well. We don't have an office anywhere, even though we are a Silicon Valley company. And we started this partnership with She Code Africa about 6 months ago with one of the cohorts. And we're excited to be back here again with She Code Africa to talk about the topic that Omatola mentioned, especially for the mobile development community, to see how you can make your lives easier by not worrying about databases, not worrying about infrastructure. Just focus on what you're building the app for and take it to market as soon as you can. So I have the pleasure here to bring on a bunch more folks from the ad company, including a couple of our co-founders. So let me pass it on to Barbara to introduce herself. She's our CEO, and I'll go around the table to introduce the rest of the team here. Barbara?
Hey, thanks for having us. I'm CEO of the ad company and co-founder. And my last company, I was a co-founder, president, and software developer, so application developer specifically. So we're building the platform that I wish I had in my last company. Kevin?
Awesome. Kevin?
Hi, all. I'm Kevin, one of the co-founders, software developer, and I'm here to do whatever Barbara tells me to do. So,
Awesome. Tinashe?
Hey everyone, my name is Tinashe. I work in customer experience at the ad company. I've been with them since October, and it's been October last year, and it's been the most fun I've had my entire life. I'm also available on your Slack at Tinashe, so if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me.
Awesome. Jenny?
Hi, I'm Janie. I'm actually a student at UT Austin right now, and I'm a student ambassador for the ad company. And I joined recently, but I was introduced to the ad company through a hackathon event, and it was a really cool and fun experience.
Awesome. And last but not the least, Cynthia?
Hi, hello everyone. I am Cynthia Peter. I am with the ad company. I joined. This is my 6th day. It's my 6th day anniversary, and it's been a long ride. It's been exciting. There are lots of things to learn every day, lots of resources to consume every day, but it's been fun, and I am definitely getting a hang of it. So it's so nice to meet with all of you today, and I hope this call ends with everybody getting to get a basic understanding of what the ad company is doing, because it's a lot and it's really solving lots of problems. So I hope you enjoy it.
Awesome, Cynthia. Thank you. And just like Omatola, my role in the company is focus on our community, building our community of developers. So, and Cynthia forgot to mention, she is also on the Slack of She Code Africa. So you can reach out to 3 of us on Slack after this call if you have any questions. So without further ado, I think we should jump in and talk to you about what we are as a company, what are we focusing on, and why is this all important to you from the She Code Africa community. So I'm going to ask Barbara to talk to you about our company, what's our mission, what are we doing, and then we'll get into a little bit of a overview of the platform. And we have an offer for all of you as well as part of the @Sign company. So stay tuned for what that is. And Tinashe will talk to you about what is the in the company, right? So what is an @Sign? How can you all get something cool like what Barbara has or what Kevin has as @Barbara or @Kevin towards the end of this call. So Tinashe will talk to you all about that. So Barbara, I'm going to hand it off to you to kick us off.
Okay. Tinashe is going to share some slides, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, Tinashe is going to share our screen. Just before that, I would like to tell our audience, if you're joining us on YouTube, kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel and watch out for the benefits our company is going to be sharing with you today. And I also want you all to note that they are giving each of SCA member a free @Sign worth $100. I'm very sure Anthony's keep that. So if you are not part of SCA community yet, I'm going to be dropping the link to join our community. Hurry and join so that you can be part of this. All right. Over to you now.
Okay, so what we do is we allow you to build mobile apps without any infrastructure or backend database. And so I'm going to talk a little bit about how that whole thing works. This is part of the team. We've got a lot of women on our team, a lot of technical women. So it's a fabulous team. So over the past few years, actually, the demand for privacy respecting apps has really gone up. And that's because I think a lot of people saw the movie The Social Dilemma and they realized that Facebook is not only using their data, but using it to manipulate them as well. And that really scared people. And so a lot more people would like to build apps that respect people's privacy. But that's actually pretty hard. I mean, it took them quite a while to build Signal. It's just a lot of infrastructure and it's expensive. So what we want to do is build a platform that makes that easy and free. So the way we do that is to totally flip the internet on its head. And this is what I mean by that. If you look at the way the internet is set up today, each application developer has to build a backend database, and then they have to take care of that data. First of all, they have to have the customer enter the data, and then they have to secure that data, grow that data. As I said, in my last company, I was doing an educational software, and we had a database of about 1 million registered users. And so that we had to host that at Amazon, and it cost us about $3,500 a month. So it gets very expensive the more uptake you get on your application. So we're going to change all that. So we flip that around so that the person owns the data, not the application. So you don't build any of that back end. So it's actually, from a developer standpoint, it's fabulous. You don't have to do the design of the database and spin that up and control that. And as a person, it's even better. They get to own their own data. They don't log into apps. The apps log into them, and all the apps are peer-to-peer, which allows you as a software developer to do some really interesting things. and the person doesn't have to go to every single app and update their data. The apps share the same data, so all that can be in one place. So if you've got your home address and you change that, it's changed for everything. So everybody has a unique @ on the platform, and that's kind of their key, and that's how we know who is who. And all the apps are peer-to-peer. And these microservices, everybody has their own microserver, and it's on their phone, and it's also backed up in the cloud. And we at the @company are building out that infrastructure for you. So you don't have to build any of that. We've already got that up and running. And so all those microservers just work for you. You can host them anywhere. This is all open source. And so if you wanted to take that code and run it somewhere else, you absolutely could. Only the namespace is centralized, just like DNS. So that's the only thing we keep centralized. Everything else is distributed. So as a developer, this is huge. There's just no backend. So you don't have to pay for hosting costs, no design, no key management, no user management, no password management. In my last company, this was 99% of our support load was people trying to figure out what their password was. And we have all these wonderful pre-built libraries. It's automatic privacy compliance. So the GDPR, some of the privacy compliance that's been coming out from other countries, you automatically comply to all of that. And as I said, these are peer-to-peer apps, so you can actually do some really interesting things on the platform. One of the things is personas. So because you always know who's asking for the data, you can give different responses to different people. So there's a contacts app that's being built that allows someone like me to give a professional profile to all of my professional contacts, and then a dog profile to all I have lots of dogs, and so I have lots of dog friends too, and I can give a different profile to those people. So, and it allows you to develop much faster because you don't have to do any of that back-end stuff. So here's what we offer the developer, and we've started this in Flutter, and the reason why the SDKs are in Flutter, or that's what we started with, is Flutter is just amazing. It allows you to write code one time, and it runs on Android, iOS, and now it's running on desktop devices too. So it's really, really nice from that standpoint. And we have all these libraries and widgets already set up for you. And then, as I said, we run the microservice. So we've got the infrastructure running, and it's all private and secure. So this is another reason why we started with Flutter. Flutter has just gone through the roof as a development environment. It's just it's fabulous. I've mocked up some apps in it, and it's just a really great language. Okay. So I think that's it for me, and I'm going to hand it off to you, Janie, to get into some more detail.
All right, thank you very much. Anthony.
Yeah, Omatola is going to talk to us about the app platform next.
Yeah, so we'll just wait for Janie to hop on so she can talk to us about the app platform.
Hello, I'm Jamie. So Barbara talked a little bit more about having to create a username and password, and there could also be differences in operating systems and file size limitations today when trying to share data on the internet. And what we've done is we've created the app platform, which is a unique architecture where people get to own more of their own data. connected through to various different applications. So we talked a little bit about why we use Flutter, and going more into that, here's everything we created above the protocol itself to make app development easy for you and for you to be able to work as a developer without having to worry about backend, without having to worry about setting something up for yourself. It's all like set up for you and created as a pathway for you to get your own application finished. And how is this possible? Just going a little bit into the app protocol. An internet protocol, or an end-to-end and encrypted internet protocol, defined simply is just an internet protocol for the secure exchange of information only between known entities. And with the app protocol, the secure exchange talks about end-to-end encryption, where it's actually end-to-end encrypted, meaning you can share any kind of data between P2P, so person to person, with as long as you have a known entity, which is an @, which Tinashe will talk more about later. But in the next slide, you can see that what does a protocol do? So in a simple example of a messaging app or sending a message to someone through like Bob sending a message to Alice, you'll have "How are you, Alice?" as the message in this key value pair here. And it will be viewed while being sent over before it is decrypted as an encrypted form, and it won't be able, no one can do anything malicious with this type of data. So the power behind this app platform and using this app protocol really lies behind using different apps that support it. So as compared to the internet today, where you have multiple different applications and different logins for all of them, the app platform allows you to have one @ and using it for multiple different things. So just as a hypothetical example, let's say we're planning a ski or a hiking trip with our friends. You might use an chat app or chatting app on the app platform to talk in a secure way, to be able to exchange text messages with your friends, talking about planning the event. And later on, you might want to plan some of the details of the event. So with the Take Add Vote app, you'll be able to plan, okay, we should do it at this location, at this time. Again, sharing data only between you and who you trust it with. And then after that, once you actually go to the location, or once you're actually having the event itself, you'll be able to use whatever location you sent and share your own location data, which is again data about yourself, to other people who you trust. And then after that, maybe you've taken really nice pictures at the hiking adventure that you had, and you can share these files with everyone that you've already been talking to with your previous apps through an secure end-to-end encryption way. And keep in mind, for all of this, you just need your @ and it's not multiple different logins, multiple different information being used by all of them, but all of them getting information from you, which is really what the app platform is all about. So what are the kind of tools that you need, the basic tools that you need to get started? It's actually not hard at all. We already talked about needing Flutter, which uses Dart for app development. And in order to actually produce your code, you'll need an IDE, or just an integrated development environment of your choice. And there are multiple that you could use, just a few listed here: Android Studio, IntelliJ, Visual Studio Code. You'll need an app toolkit just to create the Flutter application, which it does it for you, and it's very convenient as a developer. @sign.dev has a lot of great documentation about how you can get started and how you can completely make your own apps on the app platform. And lastly, an @sign, which Tinashe will talk a little bit more about right after this, is how you are able to exchange data with other entities in the app platform. So that's all for me. But now Tinashe can talk more about how to get an @sign and how to use that for development.
Thank you so much, Jenny.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm going to talk about @signs. So firstly, what is an @sign? So Ujani kind of covered this a little bit, but and we're going to cover this in more detail because we're going to have workshops that we're going to be offering to kind of educate the She Code Africa community on what we do and how to use our stuff. So this is a super high level kind of overview. But yeah, so an @sign is your digital identity. And this is what you'll be using across the platform. So all platform apps, which we call apps, require you to have an @sign for you to use them. And think of it kind of like a username, but it's not quite because it comes with a lot more. You've got the storage, you've got the ability to control your data. It's like a username, but with a lot of cool stuff happening in the background. So we offer 6 different options of @signs. And I'm just going to briefly talk about these. All this information is on our website, so you don't have to memorize this. But yeah, so we have free randomly generated @signs, which are our favorite at the company because some of them are absolutely hilarious. But these are randomly generated, and they're usually very strange things like Tiny Blue Jazz 37 or Orange Alien. I have Too Shy. I've got Corresponding Dinosaur, got a lot of really random ones. And these are totally free. You can have up to 10 of these. And then we have what we call plus number @signs. So these are a word or a few words of your choice, followed by an underscore and up to 4 numbers. These cost $10. And these can be anything like @codeguru_1 or omotola_93. Pretty much whatever you want, underscore and up to 4 numbers. After that, we have the combo @signs. These are $100. And these are the ones that we will be giving away to the She Code Africa community for free. These are either a first name and a last name, or maybe a first name and an emoji or a bunch of emojis that you like. This could be a combination of words, or it could be a combination of words and numbers. So the examples I have here is @Cynthia Peter, for example. You can have @Zainab with 2 emojis of your choice. Code Addict, Epic Lady 29. Yeah, the possibilities are endless. I have, for this, I have @Tinashe underscore, no, I have Tinashe Blue Heart, or Tina underscore SHE. Both those options are $100. After that, we've got the $1,000 @signs. These are single words, usually just like a first name, like @Alice, @Olayemi, @Barbara. And then we have the 5,000s, which are the 3 characters, and then the single characters, which are for auction. Now, you're probably wondering what's with the pricing. Pretty much this is based on how rare the @sign is. So the more expensive ones are obviously the ones with less characters, or the ones that have kind of less combinations. And so that's why things like first names would be $1,000. But going back to our giveaway, so for a limited time, we are offering the She Code Africa community $100 @signs, but we're giving them to you for free. And so I'm now kind of going to talk about how to get an @sign and how to take part in this giveaway. So we have 2 options at the moment for how to get an @sign. The first way is to get an @sign using one of the apps. So if you were to go to @sign.com/apps, you'd find some of the apps that we have out and some that are currently in development. And once you've downloaded this app on your Android or iPhone, Android device or iPhone, you could just open it. And then the first thing you'll see is this screen right here that asks you to enter your @sign or generate a free @sign or scan a QR code. We'll kind of cover the QR code stuff in one of our workshops later on, but that's just to activate the @sign. You won't need to activate @signs for this giveaway. All you need to do is just get one. So yeah, you could either do this using the app where you can get 1 randomly generated @sign, and you can only do this on mobile. So that's option 1. Option 2, which is the more fun option, is going through our company website. And This allows you to access free and paid ad signs. You can get up to 10 free ad signs in one go. You can get unlimited paid ad signs, and this is available for both mobile and desktop. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you how to get the ad signs on our website. And I'm going to start off on the SheCode Africa landing page that we've created. So this is a link, the link that's kind of scrolling across the page. This is a page that we've created for the SheCode Africa community, and it just gives you some information on what we're trying to do with the SheCode Africa community as the ad company. It tells you we're going to have events here, and you'll be able to add those to your calendar. You can watch a video on how to get an ad sign, which was done by Ujani. And then there's also information on trying out our technology, trying out our apps, building apps on the ad platform, etc. So for the giveaway in particular, you'll be more interested in this section right here. And this is pretty much where you're going to start if you're trying to get yourself a free $100 ad sign. So yeah, I'm just going to walk through this. All you have to do is hit this button right here. This will take you to this form. And on this form, we outline in a lot of detail the steps that you need to do. First step would be to go to adsign.com and pick your free ad sign. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So this is our ad sign generator, and up here you get a bunch of random ad signs generated for you. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick psychiatric phishing as my free ad sign, and I'm gonna add that to the cart. And so after I've done that, it gives me the option to view my cart or check out. I'm gonna view my cart just to make sure I've got the ad sign that I want. I do, and it's free. And so from here, I'm going to proceed to checkout. So at the ad company, we value everybody's privacy. So we don't track people and stuff like that. And we don't use CAPTCHA. So this is our version of CAPTCHA. And pretty much all you have to do is put the ad sign into the bag. And that is our way of proving that you are human. So once you've done that, it's going to ask you to enter an email address. So this is the email address that you will use going forward to access the ad sign dashboard. And after you've entered this email address, it's going to ask you to enter a 4-character password that it's going to email to you. So make sure it's an email address that you have access to immediately. So I'm just going to go ahead and enter my email here. Please don't spam me with emails after seeing this. Hit submit. So now I'm going to get an email with a 4-character code coming through. I'll just give that a few seconds. All right. And then I'm going to hit confirm. And then, so now I have linked my email address to the ad company dashboard. And the final step is for me to actually save my free ad sign. So I'm going to go ahead and hit save. And I officially own at psychiatric phishing. So for the purposes of the giveaway, you don't need to activate your ad signs as yet. We're going to walk through activation and all of that in a later workshop. But for the giveaway, this is the first step done. I've got my ad sign and it's linked to my email. So I'm going to go back to the form. I've done step 1. And then step 2, I need to request my $100 ad sign. So the easiest way to determine which $100 ad sign you should request is if you click create another ad sign. And then down here, you've got create your custom ad sign starting at $10. So in here, you can start typing something. So I'm going to type, actually awesome, and hit search. That comes up as a $100 ad sign. So I know that I can request that as my $100 ad sign. Alternatively, I could say maybe I want Tinashe and the laughing emoji. And I could search for that. That too is available for $100. So I could potentially request that. So I can then go back to this form and then complete the rest of it. So here I'm going to put the email address that I had entered on the dashboard. That. And then I get 3 options for which $100 ad sign I want. So I could have Tinashe Awesome as my first option. And then this was a laughing emoji as my second option. And then Epic Coder as my third. And I hit submit, and that's all you need to do for the giveaway. Once we receive that, we will assign your first choice, if it's available, to your email address, and then you'll get an email saying that your ad sign has been assigned to you and you now own that $100 ad sign for free. So that's our giveaway. Like I said, all of that information is on the adsign.com/She Africa page. And we're running this giveaway for a few weeks up until mid-November. So please take advantage of it. You're going to be using these ad signs further along, whether you're developing an app on our platform or trying out our apps, you'll be using these ad signs. So it'll be really cool if you have one that you really like. And then the last thing that we just want to share is information about how to kind of get in touch with us and how to sort of learn more. So we have our dev site, which is @sign.dev. This is where you'll find all the information about developing on the app platform, how to get started, and all that good stuff. If you go there and it seems really intimidating, that's okay. Like I've said, we're going to be hosting workshops where we will walk you through everything from setting up your developer environment to actually building apps. We also have a GitHub where all of our open source code is at. That is @sign Foundation. So there you can check out some of our widgets, libraries, etc. You can also follow us on Twitter for updates on what we're doing. If you want to tune in on any of our events, talks, demo day, we have all that information on our Twitter. And then we have our own Discord community as well. So if you scan that QR code, you could join our Discord. And last but not least, if you have any questions or you're just curious about something, feel free to shoot us an email on shecodeafrica@adsign.com. This is specifically for the She Code Africa community. So we'll make sure that our responses are tailored to you guys, and we'll give you all the attention you need as you walk this journey with us. And that is the end of everything we had to share. I think at this point, this would be a good time for us to open it up for questions.
Thank you so much, Tina. That was a wonderful presentation. And I have a few questions there for you. The first one is, can I change my art sign?
Fun question. Okay, so yes and no. So you could have multiple ad signs and you can do things with the different ad signs as and when you please. However, at this moment in time, we haven't got a way to transfer data from one ad sign to the other. It's something that we have in the pipeline that will come, but at this particular moment in time, you cannot transfer data from one ad sign to the other. Like you can't do like an import-export type thing, but you can start off using one ad sign and then shift to using a different ad sign whenever you please.
Okay. The second question I have here is, since my art sign is linked to my account and my data, if someone has my art sign, will they have access to all my data?
Okay, I'll take that. So the answer is no. So one of the kind of key features about the ad platform is that it allows you to determine who has access to your data, when, and for how long. So, for example, if you were using the Contacts app that's currently in development right now, and you've got 2 groups of people that you're sharing information with. You've got your family and you've got your workmates that you're sharing information with. You could have one section of data that has your personal phone number and your home address, and you can have another section of data that has your work phone number and your work email address. And you could choose to only share the work stuff with your work people and the personal stuff with the family. The two wouldn't cross over. And if at any point you decided, okay, I don't want these work people to see my phone number anymore, you just revoke access and they no longer have it. But yeah, you have, when we say you have total control, we mean it.
Oh, that's nice. Very nice. The last question we have is, I think it's for Gina. Okay. So the question is, can @sign be accessed anywhere without my @sign? So the question is, can my apps be accessed anywhere without my @sign? Do you get that?
Kevin, you want to take that?
So I think that's probably asking about offline access. And so the way the platform works is that data is the golden record for all your data is on your phone, and the encryption keys for the encryption of that data are also on your phone in a secure enclave on the device. Your keys are stored on your phone. So that's how we can secure everything, because you hold the person who owns the data holds the encryption keys, the private keys, and they stay on your phone, and so nobody else can get access to it or change it, or even pretend they're you. That's also, there's a non-repudiation it's built in as well. So, but yeah, offline support is fully supported. So if you're offline, all the information will be stored on your phone and then synced to the cloud and your other devices and other people as soon as you connect again. So I hope that answers the question. I'm guessing a little bit, but.
I hope to. If back to our audience now, if you are not part of SCA community, just like Tina said, the giveaway is just meant for SCA community members. So this is the right time for you to click on the button down below this video and apply to join the SCA community so that you can get yourself the combo @sign. That's the one that has a username and emojis. Then if you have any or you want more clarity, you can use the SCA page on the @platform website. The link to the page is on the comment section. You can as well ask Tina is on the SCA community, and I think Cynthia is there too. So you can drop your question in there. They will be available to answer your question. So now is the right time to get your @sign and start building your apps with our back end. So Anthony, any last word from your end?
Yeah, I just want to remind everyone something that Tinashe said earlier. We have a couple of sessions organized for next Saturday as well. One is an introduction to Flutter. It is going to be done by Chizi, whom you probably all know. He's based in Nigeria. He's part of our community as well. So he's a Google developer expert. So he'll give us an introduction to Flutter for those of you who are new to Flutter, but would love to jump on that bandwagon. He'd do a 1-hour session. And then all about the @platform, we'll do a 1-hour session on that platform as well next Saturday. So any other questions that you have on, how it works, or, how can you, if you have an idea, what widgets to use and things like that, we'll get to that as well. So we have 2 1-hour sessions back to back just to make use of your Saturday afternoon. So the links to that are on the page that is on the scroll in the bottom. So please be sure to add that to your calendars, and we hope to see you there as well. And then for anything else, I mean, you have all the resources that Tinashe put up, whether it's our Discord or the email that we've put up there, or just ping us through our support link as well. Any of those work for us, and we'll be sure to get back to you as soon as we can.
All right. Thank you, Anthony. One last question from our audience. She's asking, what happens if I misplace my phone? Can I just sign in on a new device with my @sign?
Yeah, that's like the question of the month. So I'm going to have Kevin or Barbara take it again. Go ahead, Kevin.
Better, Barbara. Take it. Okay. So yeah. So when you first we'll cover how to activate an @sign. When you activate an @sign, you're going to generate your. There's actually several keys that get generated, but you generate your public-private key pairs, at least two of those, and then and those are stored in the secure enclave on your phone. But there's also, it prompts you to save them and back them up, because that is it's really important to have access to your keys should you need to restore something, or if you lose your phone, and that kind of stuff. So back them up, store them in a safe place. And then if you have more than one device, if you have a phone and a tablet or a phone and a laptop, then you'll be able to use those backup keys to pair that additional device as well. And all your data across all your apps are automatically synced for you. The platform takes care of that. And so, but yeah, key management, keeping your keys in a safe place is a super important thing that we have to help people to do.
Hope that
If you lose
answers
your phone, you don't lose anything. So we can, you don't have to do anything to restore it other than use your backup key.
Thank you so much for that answer, Kelvin. Okay, to the OS Arts Company team, thank you so much for bringing this wonderful opportunity to the SCA community, and thank you for joining us to do this demo. I'm very sure our members will be very glad to jump on this. Thank you so much, everyone, once again. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Omatola and Zina. Thanks for all your efforts in making this happen.
All right. See you later, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.